Today we're making a gratin that is the essence of Provence. Olives, ripe tomatoes, fresh goat cheese, loads of herbs. All these ingredients taste of Provence. But what makes this gratin special is that it is baked without cream or milk. It is the juiciness of the tomatoes that bring the moisture the gratin needs. This is a savory, flavor-packed gratin that I know you will love. Set your mandoline at 1/8 of an inch. Remember to wear a cut-resistant glove. And slice your potatoes. If you don't have a mandoline, you can use a food processor, just use the slicing attachment, but I find a mandoline gives me more even slices. Because the gratin cooks with so little moisture, we need to partially cook the potatoes before we assemble our dish. So bring a large pot of water to a boil, add salt and the potato slices. Stir this well, and we're going to boil the potatoes between 3 to 4 minutes until they're al dente. We do not want them to turn to mush. We still want them to retain their shape and be a little toothy. Our potatoes are done, so drain them well and transfer them to a large bowl. See, the potato slices are still firm when you slice them. Here I have a blend of parsley, oregano, thyme and rosemary for the fresh herbs. These are going to bring such incredible flavors to our gratin. Once you removed all the tough stems, gather your herbs in one bundle and slice them. Once you have done that, just finely chop them. It's helpful to have a very sharp knife so that you can do this task without bruising the herbs. For the olives, you can just do the same. Slice them and then coarsely chop your olives. I like to do this step by hand rather than using a food processor, because a food processor will turn the olives into a paste very quickly, and what we want here are the little chunks of olives. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat. Add the olive oil and the onions. Toss the onions until they're well coated with the oil, and then we're going to saute them for 8 to 10 minutes until they're golden brown. Oh, look how beautiful the onions are. They are ready. So now add the garlic, the fresh herbs, the olives, the salt, and the pepper. Toss well, and we're going to saute all this for just 1 minute. Just enough time for the herbs to release their flavor. We are done, so turn off the heat and transfer to a bowl. Make sure to slice the tomatoes as thinly as you can. You'll need a very sharp knife to do this job. And choosing a tomato that's ripe but still firm is also very helpful. We are ready to assemble the gratin, and I must say it's always my favorite part. So brush a little olive oil at the bottom and on the sides of your mold, and then arrange about 1/3 of the potato slices at the bottom. So line them so that they cover the whole surface of the mold. Then top them with half the onion, herb and olive mixture and half the goat cheese. By the way, you can also use ricotta for this dish. And now we're going to top with a layer of the tomato slices. Sprinkle the tomato slices with a little sea salt to taste and a little black pepper. And now we repeat the process. Finish the gratin with the balance of the potatoes. Push gently down to make the ingredients even again. Brush the potatoes with olive oil. Sprinkle with the parmesan. And finish with the rosemary. Now cover the dish with foil and bake the gratin for 30 minutes at 400. Here we are. It's been 30 minutes, and now we want to remove the foil Here is our gratin, and let me tell you, it smells as good as it looks. Here's to Provence. Bon appétit!